In 2019, I completed the sale of 76 companies, reaching an amount of approximately $1.27 billion. Over the years, I dedicated myself to the commercialization of these enterprises, which allowed me to start enjoying the desired lifestyle, something that would otherwise require 2 or 3 decades. My first experience of interrupting activities was, to say the least, disconcerting. Initially, I only sought to provide capital, but large corporations emerged behind the scenes and exploited me in a way that I didn't even imagine possible. Almost at the last moment, I was informed of the consequences that awaited me. This situation cost me, in the long run, something around 20 to 30 million that I could have received directly. It was a remarkable lesson, and I was given only 24 hours to make a decision. I was unprepared, out of my element, without the slightest idea of the game they were playing, as I was not properly informed. The next day, as I returned to formalize the paperwork, I felt dejected and frustrated. My mother's words echoed in my mind. In any situation, it is possible to find reasons to be grateful. This attitude becomes a compendium of life's greatest lessons. I began to reflect and tried to find something positive in the midst of what happened. This experience inspired me to analyze what really matters in the business world, specifically the concept of multiple of 7 times my EBITDA. In other words, if I put the same time and effort into the next 7 years, getting the same results, they would be granting me 7 years of life back at that time. Although I could wish for 10 or 20 years back, I received 7. I found a moment of gratitude when I realized that I gained 7 years of life, even after one of the most difficult days of my professional career. I decided that I would live my life from that day on as if I were living 7 years from now, with this income. I began to ponder who else has the opportunity to enjoy this benefit in life. This reflection has become the catalyst for my mantra of how I conduct my business. How do I optimize my time? Instead of trying to live 100 lives and die with the expectation of being rewarded later, why not live 100 lives today, through time optimization, selling something with an exponential multiple, without having to go through the whole process again, and then use that capital to accomplish something great? Capitalism, when applied correctly, is a great ally of the population, as it rewards the best product or service, distributed in the most efficient way and at the right price. This facet of capitalism is remarkable, as it benefits the consumer. My ventures aim to generate profit, but they must also have an altruistic outlook, serving the customer and having an impact that transcends the business itself. I believe that this is where capitalism, in its purest form, comes into its own. There are fundamentally 5 stages in the business world. The first is the initiative phase, followed by the perseverance phase, also known as the pre-profit phase, which occurs when we are still. The journey of a business, from its conception to the possible sale, is a complex process that is divided into distinct phases. Initially, we face the embryonic period, where the team is lean and the tasks overlap, a period of experimentation and adaptation. We then move on to the feasibility stage, a crucial moment where the soundness of the business model is evaluated and prepared for growth. The next phase is the scale phase, where the focus is on planned and sustainable expansion, followed by the succession stage, which involves the transition of leadership and the perpetuation of the business. I believe in a structured approach to driving growth in each of these phases, a methodology that I consider essential for business success. The big mistake of most small businesses lies in the stagnation in a cycle of perseverance, marked by inconsistent financial results and a lack of scalable systems. In these cases, profits, where they exist, are often prematurely reinvested in areas that should be prioritized only after viability has consolidated, often leading to failure. I believe that business growth follows a logical sequence, regardless of the sector in which it operates. If the company is built on solid foundations, with the right team, an effective governance structure, and well-defined performance indicators, KPIs, the expansion process becomes faster and more efficient. Mastering this sequence is key to growth, operation, scale, and eventually the successful exit of a business. Resources, especially capital, have the power to reveal the true essence of people. The ability to communicate, whether amplified by a megaphone or a microphone, finds in money and resources an even greater amplification system. Upon obtaining my first significant amount of money, I reflected deeply on who I aspired to be, aware that success should not only be personal, but also contribute to collective well-being. Money, in this sense, acts as a definitive revealer. Watching people who prosper financially and happily share their wealth demonstrates the potential to positively impact the world. Elon Musk, for example, embodies this vision, seeking to revolutionize the way we navigate the planet and the solar system. Their financial success only reinforces their genuine desire to transform mobility in all its forms. If Elon had no resources, his dreams might remain only aspirations, but his fortune reveals the true extent of his ambition. Regarding success in life, I am grateful to have grown up in an entrepreneurial family environment, with parents who started and led successful businesses. This experience provided me with a valuable understanding of life's operating system and inspired me to follow the path of entrepreneurship. The entrepreneurial journey is full of challenges, but also opportunities to make a positive impact on the world. I believe that by mastering the sequence of business growth and using resources consciously, it is possible to build successful businesses that contribute to a better future for all. Success, in this context, transcends the mere accumulation of wealth and manifests itself in the ability to inspire, transform, and leave a lasting legacy. In summary, a business's journey is a progression through distinct phases, each requiring specific strategies and approaches. The key to success lies in understanding this sequence, building a solid foundation and consciously using available resources. Money, in this sense, acts as an amplifier of the human essence, revealing the true potential of each individual to positively impact the world. I was extremely fortunate for the experiences I had, providing me with a unique start in life, different from that of many. My development was not due to formal education, but to the learning derived from experiences. A number of key principles proved crucial. My father possessed a remarkable understanding and a healthy relationship with fear. He abandoned the security of a corporate job to pursue his dream, and I witnessed that journey. There were moments of prosperity, others of extreme poverty, and still others of wealth. In addition, he has always remained present in my life. I watched an exemplary father face the ups and downs inherent in the path of entrepreneurship. He probably looks back on difficult periods with disgust, trying to avoid repeating them. However, my perspective is different. I wonder about the worst possible scenario when I give myself completely to a challenge. The answer invariably involves enjoying the company of my family and strengthening the relationship with my children. My father's attitude toward fear taught me valuable lessons and gifted me with the ability to discern what truly deserves to be feared. The fear of defeat should not paralyze us. Sometimes it is in losses that we find the greatest opportunities. One of the most memorable moments with my father occurred during a time of great financial difficulty. Following her trajectory and her experiences provided me with tools to deal with fear. Another fundamental teaching was the understanding that the ego can be a great obstacle. My father was a low-key leader, averse to the spotlight and displays of power. He led by example, unafraid to put himself on the front line, silently and effectively. Your actions and results have always spoken louder than your words. My mother, in turn, taught me the importance of gratitude. I faced significant losses in my youth, such as the death of a sister and later a brother. My mother, a strong and emotionally intelligent woman, always directed me towards gratitude. She encouraged me to talk about my sister, to remember our favorite moments, her favorite toys, and the happiest memories. In this way, she helped me find reasons to be grateful, even in the midst of the pain of loss. The most valuable lessons I learned in life were to fear what really matters, to recognize the ego as an obstacle to my development, and to cultivate gratitude in times of adversity, turning them into catalysts for growth.